All right, what? Peace, peace, peace. Just want to come back with another video real quick, man. Hopefully, the Most High House Shot is blessing y'all day, man. Uh, yeah. Hold on, let me put this back. Yeah, man. Hopefully, the Most High House Shot is blessing y'all day, man. Honestly, man. I want to touch on this too. Like, man, let me hit this Philippians, man. Like, certain things people got there, the beginning chapters of your life in your life, man. Honestly, man, you gotta be okay with that, man, because too, I was talking about this with a while back, man, because I was reading Genesis, like, 31 yesterday. I was looking over some stuff, man. Like, that's why I know I might hit this. Let me hit this Philippians. I'm gonna hit Proverbs, man, because you know what. I always just a little game too, man. Always like be aware of the switch up, man. That's why I know I'm about to once I hit this, I'm about to hit that Sirach too. But let me get Philippians. It says Philippians chapter 3, verse 13. And I count myself to have apprehended. But this one thing that I do, forgetting things that are behind, which are behind, and reaching forth unto the things that which are before. So yeah. So let me get there. Let's read this again. Brethren, I count myself to apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting these things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things that are before. So yeah, man, that's like Proverbs 4. Like, keep my eyes on prize. Also, too, shout out to Brother Chronicles of Judah, man. Years ago, he said that, listen, man, that's why I know people have beginning and ending chapters in your life, man. Because honestly, man, that's why it's called the book of life, man. Honestly, man. But let's like that Sirach 22. Sometimes, like, some people can come back in your life, man. That's it. But it is what it is. Like, like DMX said, man, if you love something, let it go. If if it comes back, it was yours. If it doesn't, it never was, man. Because all and even that he was saying is everything's other Lord's will, man. Who's gonna come in and out of your life, man? So that's just is what it is. It kind of reminds me of Elvis Costello song. He says in the book something. Well, it's something I was listening to it the other day, but yeah, man, that's just is what it is too. And you can be mindful of the switch up too. But let me get this Proverbs real quick. Then what you call 'em, because this probably happened with y'all brothers and sisters, and as well, man. Like first and foremost, too, I want to make sure the Most High Yahshua is blessing y'all day too. By His mercies, you don't consume me. I really want to end up at every video I do. I really want to touch on that, man, because that's really key, man, too. So I forget, but it's all good. But yeah, man, that's just what it is. Don't be what you call 'em, no, you can't put anybody above what is written, man. Honestly, man. So, because honestly, you can't. So, nothing like that's how Ecclesiastes 4 says nothing should surprise you. Of course, we naturally as humans going to happen, but we just gotta realize, like, hey, this is written. I always say this is written to happen. So somebody has to do this. Like, even in the word, even out the word, man. Because like one of my closest brothers said, listen, man, people gonna be people, man. So yeah, man, it's just all like that's just what it is. But it says a prudent man. This is Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 3. It says a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. So just having that foresight, man, having that spirit, like most I will kind of give you things, like tell you things. Like, I don't know it because it happened. I'm pretty sure it happened to y'all brothers just as it happened to me a few times. Actually, this past year, then throughout life, it's like no, this isn't gonna work. Or like Brother Chronicle Judah even said, this is the Most High will give you that spirit, like He will give you that foresight sometimes, like but He said, no, this relationship where no matter what it is, dynamic with anybody, like with a brother, like with a homie, like with a family member, or this isn't gonna last too long, or a significant other, like this is probably isn't gonna last long, or so. You had that foresight, man. That's why, the little, like, that's how Sirach says this, too, man. Use Sirach 5. Sirach chapter 5 and verse 15, it says, be not ignorant of anything, a great matter or small. Yeah, man, seriously, you gotta be mindful. Hey, that scripture's so deep because it could be talking about anything, man. But be not ignorant of anything, great matter or small, man. Just like it had that promise, like you see it, like okay, all right, cool, and you know what it is too, because what. Cause that's where a switch up happens, man. Cause I was talking about to somebody, man. You already always know, like in the dynamic or any relationship, not just talking about significant, any type of relationship or rapport, whether it be a personal, like with a loved one, business. You already know when that shift happens, that the dynamic change. Like it happened to y'all brothers and sisters. It's happened to me, man. You guys gotta be mindful of that. Like, okay, cool, but gotta be cool with that. So all right. Cool, because honestly, I'm going to get to Genesis 31 real quick, man. Because that's just is what it is, too. Yep. This is, Genesis chapter 31. And he heard the words of Laban's son, saying, Jacob had taken away all that our fathers, and of that which was our fathers, hath gotten all this glory. Exactly. So, also, too, that's that preeminence. Like, that's what all throughout the scripture, all throughout history, pretty much, man. Because sometimes most, like, just like in the world, they say in regular life, like, they say sometimes people might hate you or might dislike you just because people love you. That's even on a spiritual sense too. Like, actually, yeah, because that's what I think that happened in number 16 or Yahweh Shah or any other the prophets or forefathers. They just hated the fact that how much, like, the Most High was with them and not them, or they just hated the Most High pretty much. So yeah, man, because that's just is what it is. And he heard the words of Laban's sons, and saying, Jacob hath taken away all this our fathers, and of that which was our fathers, he hath gotten all this glory. Exactly. That's why no one can say him for envy and jealousy is cruel, and anger is cruel, but jealousy, like the anger is envy is the ultimate level. That's the top shelf. Like, you'll do anything when you're envious. You killed, like, we seen that Cain, Saul, Yahweh shot of Pharaoh. We seen it even in the world everyday life. We seen it happen time and time again. But here it is. But here it is, man. Here's the point. Here's the point though. Verse 2. And Jacob beheld the countenance of Laban, and behold, it was not toward him as it was before. See the switch up when you get peeped at. It's all right, cool. All right. And then you just in life, you slightly remove yourself from that. It's like, okay. You see that before it even blows up. Like, you see the things happen. It's like, okay, cool. You see it coming, it's all right, cool. Then you say, all right, I'm just gonna do that. It's these small little slight little things, man. Of course you be merciful things and nature, but when you see certain, it's kind of different though, like, because honestly things can be reasoned out, like Sirach 22 says, but sometimes pride gets involved, or revealing secrets, or other things get involved. But but when you see certain things come, just remove yourself. Like, what? Yeah, this ain't gonna work. Like, it's in your life, like, spiritually or professionally, things in nature. Like, okay, cool, because he knows. He's like, all right, what is that? Hold on. Anyway, my bad. Because I heard something, but yeah, man, it's just like he knows that the countenance was not the same as it was before. Like, he knows to switch up. It's like, okay, cool. Just like, what? I'm gonna actually give 3 more examples of this, man, because let's get this, But sometimes you don't even have to say nothing. Just keep it moving, man. Like, same thing happened with, let's get this in David. Also, too, just as a point of that, too, that's why I think, that's another reason why spiritually, I'm speaking as a man. Jacob probably, like, not only because Rachel, Joseph was, he had the child. He had Joseph through Rachel. His favorite wife, the woman he desired. But also Jacob went. Joseph. Jacob went through the same thing Joseph went through, man. So, like, that's kind of what Joseph went through here with our forefather, with the patriarchs, with his brothers. He went through the same thing. Like, he they shoot, but that's what repentance with contrite heart comes in, because they envy Joseph. They was actually about to kill Joseph, but that's why. But Jacob went through that with Laban. So, like, sometimes, like, you go through similar situations with somebody, like a father goes through similar situations with son. Even I talk to my pop, man, he, like, because I'm like, out of all my brothers and sisters, I'm kind of like the most, like, alike. We're the most alike. So, like, his, he's a dang son. Like, even though it's like my older brother, he went through the same similar things and things in nature. He said, listen, son, some of the things that you do, like, things that you done, and you do. I did when I was younger, when I was about your age, or things of that nature. I did that, man, because honestly, when I was in my earlier, like, younger 20s and things of that nature, when I was younger, man, I used to, you know, I used to like, I did apply that Ecclesiastes. If a ruler gets upset with you, don't leave your place, or like, I just quit a lot of jobs with my immaturity, things of that nature. I'm even still trying to like, uh, well, I gotta work on something like going job to job. Now I don't quit them as much as I'm more immature. It's more trying to find the right opportunity sometimes, but that's neither here nor there. But um, but yeah, I was just really immature. But my mother used to get upset with me. She'd get real upset with me, and I didn't understand that at times. And I said, yeah, because son, yeah, your father used to do the same thing, and I used to, um, and you should. I just didn't want. I was scared because I saw you repeating that cycle. So and my dad even told me that. And other things as well. But sometimes even like even what our parent dynamics. Like some people go through similar situations. You see yourself. In that situation, you went through that. That's why I made that middle child, video I did yesterday, man. Because every time I see middle child, because not all of them go through that, but when I had my one of my old students, she went through that, man. I was like, damn, I went through that. So that's so I don't know why I teach it the way the Most High teaches, but that's But yeah, man, that's what that Jacob and what you call him, Joseph. That's probably that same, like as the father like son, man. The same thing, like he went through, the son went through in that aspect as well. But let me get to 1 Samuel 18, man. Well, about the switch up, man. About like it happened with David. Because this is after the woman says Saul slain thousands, but David slain 10,000. But listen to verse 8. It says, verse 8. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, verse 8, and Saul was very wroth, saying, just to please him, they have ascribed unto David 10,000, and unto me they ascribe by 1,000. And what can he have more but the kingdom? So yeah, David says, listen, boy, he gonna take the kingdom away from me now, and things of that nature. What more can he have? But here's the key. Like, here's that evil eye, towards in verse 9, it says, and Saul eyed David from that day and forward. So yeah, man, Saul eyed David. That envy came then, that spirit, like, well, no, it was there kind of beforehand, but not then. It's just really when it started. So it's like then, like, that's when that switch up happened, man. So so yeah, man, let's go to actually, yeah, man. So that don't always be mindful of that. It's like, all right, cool. It's just like sometimes it's like, all right, you walk in, it's like, all right, it's kind of different now. So in the dichotomy of it's different. So, let me go to 2 Maccabees real quick. And also, too, like, that goes into VLMA. Shout out, brother, send me your firstborn, too, because that goes into VLMA. Like he said, like, listen, through somebody, one, get to know who somebody really is, their character, who they really are. There's one, through adversity, and two, when you tell them no. It's like, when you say no to them. That's when you realize people who they actually are, man. And you see that, and that's very a fact. That's very true. So, honestly, that's very true. Sometimes that switch up happens, or, and that's where the power of mercy and stuff like comes in, and be merciful, man. Cause like this, cause like you gotta be like, people got ways about them too. So it's like, okay, who is that? Like let certain things slide. Look over transgressions. Look over certain things, like Proverbs 19:11 says. Just let certain things slide, man. That's just, it is what it is too. But a lot of times, like that's why that toxic thing is like, that's not toxic is not something people doing every little thing that you don't like or something like that. That's not what that is. But just be mindful of that switch up, man, in life, man. Like because that happens. It has happened, man. Shoot, happened yet? But I'm about to get this to 2 Maccabees chapter 14 and verse 30. Because Judas did this. Judas Maccabees, I should say. It says, notwithstanding, Maccabees saw that Nicanor began to be churlish unto him, kind of be evil, being rude, being kind of wicked unto him, being harsh towards him, churlish unto him, and that he entreated him more roughly than as was wont. Perceiving that such sour behavior came not of good, he gathered together not a few of his men and withdrew himself from Nicanor. So Judas was peeping game. See how, okay, Like sometimes that happen, man. Listen, man, people switch up on you, man. This is what it is. Sometimes one you would, like I said, so that's where that like, being merciful comes in and seeing things that was other people's lenses, because they might be having a going through a rough patch in their life, going through them trials and tribulations. Some they might have lost a loved one. They might have just been like struggling with drugs. They probably just going through certain things. But that's what it is. So it's sometimes because it's not always about you. It's probably what that person is going through. Like it's probably something else is going on. Like it's not always about like you. It's just like, okay, that person doesn't want to be bothered. Something's going on. That's what I'm saying. That's what a lot ties into that. Don't take it personal. VR did about. Sometimes people just need to be alone with the most. With the most High house child. I'm saying in the word, even out the word. Like some people just need that time off. Don't take it personal, but let me say this too. Also, sometimes people just switch up on you. It's just like you can't do nothing because it happened to me certain times. Like certain times like people around the way you speak to, they don't speak to more. It's just like, damn, what did I do? That certain people switch up, or on the job, people just switch up on you, or like damn, sorry, but or just in regular life, family members or whoever, whatever environment setting, or like that you're in the place that you're in, spot that you're in. People just switch up on you. That's what it is. It just happens. Like, whatever, like, in their mind, they just got tired of you, or they never liked you, or they just, like, never, they never liked you. They pretty much in their mind, they actually Jay never loved you, never actually rocked with you like that, or two, they made up. It's something that they, or one, two, you did probably did something that said something that probably offended them, like and you don't even know it, but they just don't want to talk to you about it. Then you approach them, and they don't want to talk to you about it. So like, okay, cool. Then sometimes other people switch up on you, or like that's just is what it is, or yeah, or they just come up with some reason like you think they think you're you out to get them, or some, or that's or like or something, or they just make this rivalry in their head with you. It just happens. Like I seen this happen. It's like, all right, well, you gotta be cool with that. It's like, all right, I don't know what I did to, because with that actually that happened to my actually happened to my mom once. It just happens, like or something, like I said, some traumatic could happen in their life too, like actual real trauma. So it's always those things that happen. So it is what it is. But that's where that Corinthians comes in. What Paul said, don't put anybody above what is written, man. And that you gotta let go of that past. Like, all right, cool. They just move like, okay, cool. I see just how you moving now. All right, cool. Like, all right, well. Also, man, I always have the door back open and be merciful. It's like, all right, this person comes back. It's all good. It's all love, but that person probably was going through some traumatic happened. They wanted to need to talk to somebody, or or if it was like it is what it is. But let me get this. Second Maccabees chapter 14 verse 30. It says, notwithstanding, when Maccabeus saw that Nicanor began to be betrothed unto him, that he entreated him more roughly than as was wont, and with such sour behavior came not of good. He gathered not a few of his men, and withdrew himself from Nicanor. So yeah, he did that. Both Proverbs 22:3 say, he saw it coming, like he removed himself. He's like, it's all right, cool. He's kind of moving different. All right, cool. I'm like, okay. The cool thing about Yahushua, man, he already knew what's going to happen, man. Which I'm getting John 6 with Judas and other people that stopped following him, man. He already knew. So if he ain't keep talking about them or take words, like, all right, well, cool. I'm going to keep going. So let me get this John 6. John 6, John 6:64. But there are some of you that believe not. For Yahushua knew from the beginning that they believe not, who should betray him. So yeah, man, he already. That's the cool thing about Yahushua. He already knew. But sometimes the Most High Yahushua give you that insight. Already knew. All right, well, yeah, man, shoot, it's true. Like, I know certain brothers, like, that's in the streets, or even brothers and sisters that grow in the environment. Like, you already knew. You don't even have to say nothing. Like, all right, sometimes the person might not do it a year or two. Sometimes, like, only thing Jews is take certain times with different spirits to reveal himself. But, gotta be patient. Some happens immediately or at 1 second, but some takes years over that. It's like, all right, cool, you see it, and like, okay. But sometimes you see it, sometimes it was alright, and you just keep going. Like I was like, well, okay, so. Yeah, house I already knew. That's why I did that video on No Other King, man. But that's what's cool about him because he went through with it, man. Like I mentioned, like the movies like New Jack City and like In Too Deep, man. Because like them like Nino Brown didn't know Ice-T's character. I think Scotty Apple or something like that. He was a cop. He was a fed, but had he known, he probably would have killed him. But your house, look at your house life. He knew who was gonna portray him, man. He knew like not only Jews, other people, things of that nature. But man, but he still went through with it though, and he died for the people that treated. He died for people that that treat him like trash. One, he did like Ezekiel said for his name's sake, because we will profane his name, but also too he died for people that treat him like trash. Now it had some people. Of course, it was division among the people that did believe on him. Things of nature did, but we pretty much, man, like But also too, man, or like In Too Deep, man, like that's why you can't be too sharp above his rim, because like that's why LL at the it's crazy because he calls himself the Most High in the movie, but that was based off. I think it didn't even take place. The real story didn't even take place in Cleveland or things of nature. It took place in Boston, where the quote unquote the guy that played the drug dealer, like it took place in there, like late '80s, early '90s, but. It's crazy at the end of the movie, at the end of the scene, man, he's like, you ain't no cop, Jay Reed, the class, you ain't cop. Because he couldn't believe it. It's just like, no, man, that's what it's like, okay, we were going. But your house shot knew. That's what I'm saying. There was no king, no other man that walked like house shot that knew I was going to happen. I mean, of course, you had some people like, you have people in life that kind of knew they were going to be tripping. Not on that level, your house shot did and went through it, man. Because some people aren't really going to go through that. Some people might, or willing. Most people aren't willingly going to do that. Like, okay, I know I'm going to walk with this person, get to know, and you still have love for him. It's like, damn, but I know what you're going to do, and still go through it, man. So, this just is what it is, man. That's you kids, guys can't be too shocked about putting anybody above what's written. Because honestly, man, that's why when that time comes, Lord's will. I mean, if we live through it, that persecution for His name, for the gospel, for the word comes. Like, man, you can't be too shocked, man, when loved ones do that, man. That's why house I said, listen, man, you can't be shocked. Things that you love when brothers and mothers, family, loved ones gonna turn on you. Things that nature, you can't be shocked. Doing that because he said it, and two, man, I seen glimpses of this during even in regular life, during the whole pandemic or COVID, man, or the vaccine, man. It's like the World Chronicles you said, people still to this day don't speak to each other because of that, or voting or things in that world, whatever. People relationships is done because of that, man. Like Second Ezra said, friends that grew up in sandboxes, playgrounds together, or grew up going to each other's houses will fight like enemies, man. So during that time period, as is what it is with that. But yeah, man, it's like that switch up shouldn't shock you, man. That's what is what it is, man. But I know we live in real time. It's like, oh wow, you can't believe, but somebody gotta do this. So that's why I gotta remind myself of that, honestly, man. So don't always don't always be shocked of the switch up, man, because that happens, man. Honestly, man. So because that's part of life, man. This way, man. People sometimes, it's not always personal. People are going through something, they lost something, actually something traumatic, actually something life changing or life altering happened to them, or or something that they past, present, or currently going through, or that's the reason why, or sometimes too, people just that's what the merciful, we gotta be merciful at fixing. But sometimes people just switch up on you. See, it's what it is. It's like, damn, it's like, wow. But but most of the time, the people like that never rock with you the whole time. But or two, you did something that in their mind, or you offended, you did something to them in their mind, or you offended, or you actually could have did something. That's where I had to humble myself, or you had to humble yourself and say, hey, listen, I promise to have that conversation. Now if they don't want to have that conversation, all right, cool. That's how Rock 22 kicks in play. But all right, but you either did something that, or you did something they didn't like, or they don't want to talk about it, or they holding grudges about it. They want to keep they don't want to deal with you no more. All right, cool. Or sometimes three, people just switch up. It's just like, all right, well, okay. That's why it's such a whimsical society. Especially that's why most marriages and stuff like that don't last long, is because it's such a whimsical world, man. It's, society, man. Because the people that's why women they could just I'm just using them as an example. Like, not saying all women that they could just like, no, I'm bored. Nah, I'm kind of done with you. I don't want to do this, and like, they could just leave, man. So it's kind of like that, man. It's like, it's just or that in a whimsical world, man. That's why, like, we when you live in that's what like that's the reason why, like, your house shot. I mean, yeah, the Most High says in Psalms 101, even no deceit shall be into my house, man. Because people Moses or Cherry Moses agendas, man. That's we live in the world like that, man. But your house shot. I think even what's how your house shot, and Paul Stephen says that endure hard, endure this stuff, man. World with God on deceit, things and nature. That's why people, and when people don't love the Most High house shot, people don't have the love of the Lord in them. They're not gonna love each other, like. But but also too, like, that's just that love isn't there, man, because people have, like, that's why people's guards kind of always up, because we live in a world with God and deceit, man, like, where and that's just happens. But what it is, but that's why, but your house shot's so cool, the word's so cool, because the word, that's what it is, like, like Romans 3 says, Paul says, what the advantage the Jew has, man, because we had the advantage of the word, because we know what's going to happen, man. But Yahweh says, listen, man, bless those that despitefully use you, because, man, you want to be used but not be misused, though. But that's just is what it is, man. So that's just, but it is what it is, though. With that, man, it's just fine, man. Actually, yeah, like no, that's gonna go into something different. I was going to mention the Bronx Tale quote, but that's relevant. But that's is what it is. But yeah, man, don't be so surprised when people switch up on you, man. It's like, all right, cool. Yeah, most high house I give you that foresight sometimes. Like, what, this ain't gonna last long. This person about to he or she's about to do this, or this about to do that. Or sometimes I'm here, man. For me, it might take me by surprise. Man. You know what? This is the balance dichotomy. It's a dichotomy. It's a balance to it, because David actually went through that, man. David kind of like, Yahushua are kind of new, but David did, like, but that was part of his judgment as well. But, people that betrayed David, so even Moses, it's like, they was even shocked. It's like, damn, like, with the Korah, I was like, I didn't do nothing to them. Like, no, that's why, like, no, I never took a ox from them, anything from them. I never chewed nothing from them. David was like, damn, Athipio, all these people that, like, Absalom, all these people betrayed me. Like, this is like, but, David kind of knew, because his judgment, but still was like some people that he was like really like, damn. So that will happen. I'm not saying like all the time, like you're gonna know who's gonna betray you, not. But sometimes, like, the Most High and Yahweh are gonna give you that foresight. It's like, all right, cool. But sometimes, like, man, you're like, damn, but you just like don't fret, don't be too so shocked by it. But yeah, I'm sorry in this game. But yeah, man. But hopefully this is edifying, man. So yeah, man. Hopefully the Most High Yahweh blesses y'all day, man. So peace.